By now, how does Farina's create his own constellation? Well, with the Big Dipper. This, his power punch, the left hand. Against Davis, an orthodox fighter, well, Farina's has to know that right hands are going to be coming. So you get ready for it. It comes, slip, right, a comet, right out of the sky.
Sa isang IBF Super Featherweight Elimination Fight, ay nakalaban ng Pinoy ang isang undefeated American fighter. Sa Amerika, ang Pinoy na ito ay talagang gumawa ng pangalan bilang sakit ng ulo sa sinumang nasa 130 pounds. Pero ito ay baliwala sa American fighter at sinabing mabagal ang Pinoy at flat-footed. May alias na too sharp ang undefeated na kalaban na si Mark Davis. Ito ay 27 anyos at titikim pa lang ng pagkatalo sa record na 18 wins with 5 knockouts. Ito ay pinanganak sa Amerika. Ang Pinoy naman na alias Hammerfest ay si Michael Farenas, isang veterano sa record na 37 wins with 29 knockouts at may 4 na talo at 4 na draw. Ito ay 30 anyos at ipinanganak sa Gubat, Sorsogon. Kung bago ka lang sa ating channel kaibigan ay huwag kalimutang pindutin ang like at subscribe button. Nag-a-upload po tayo ng video, isa o higit pa kada linggo. Mainit na sinalubong ni Farenas ang round 1. Sa bodega agad ni Davis ang punteriya.
Look for straight left hands or maybe a little crooked left hands, but look for left hands. Likes to come forward. Bang with that left hand.
And there he goes.
He'll bang all night long if he's allowed to. And for Davis, he's going to have to avoid it. And that might start with moving more to his left and less to his right. He's moving the wrong way right now. He's moving right into that punch. He's moving to the right. Bad place to be moving because Farina's can throw the left hand. If he moves the other way to his left, he'll be moving away from that power shot.
Sa ilang segundo nga lang ay nagkaroon ng sugat sa kanang kilay ni Davis.
Has already opened an abrasion. It looks like there's already a small cut around the right eye of Mark Davis as he was circling to his right and Farina's landed a couple of those left hands. There is already some notice of blood around the right eye of Davis.
Well, like I said in the opening,
Paisa-isa lang ang suntok ni Farenas pero malalakas.
Tonight, he's got a guy in front of him who's fought for a world title, a guy who has more than twice as many fights, a guy who has more knockouts than Davis has wins, a guy who's a southpaw and has power in that left hand, and he's using the left hand.
He is scoring really well here.
Now Davis is going to have to start using that jab to keep some separation from Farina's. Farina's wants to be close. Davis doesn't want to be close, so he needs that jab to get a little separation from Farina's, and then he's going to need the right hand at some point to slow down the southpaw.
Stevie Smoger, as he was circling by us, leaned over and said, cut, paused, and said,
Farina's going to have his way. We're going to see power all night from that left hand.
see the grease over the right eye of Mark Davis. He was hit by a few left hands from Farina's in that first round, the first of which opened up a cut.
And it's good to have, at all times, it's good to have a good referee, and it's even better to have one of the best in the business. Steve Smoger came over to us and let us know in between rounds that it was a punch that caught.
Lumitaw sa laban na tila hindi pa nakakita itong Amerikano ng isang kaliwete na kalaban at hindi alam nito kung paano iwasan ang kaliwang suntok ng Pinoy.
Have to throw in some legs there. David's going to need legs and speed if he's going to turn around what was a difficult first round. Moving a little more to his left when he was separated, not as much to his right where he was moving right into that left hand.
That time straight back against the ropes, and the hard-charging Filipino comes in with that left hand free as they wrestle their way into the corner, and now he's just making a fight out of it with a relentless attack.
Davis is leaving the front door open. He's not using his jab, and he's allowing Farina's to come in that front door, so he figures now, Davis, you know what? I'm I'm going to fight fire with fire a little bit. That man's going to be important in the corner of Farinas.
Manuel Diablo work in the corner.
Corner of Davis, I should say. Manuel Diablo, as you just said. And there he goes, coming in, but he does that enough. Comes in with that big left hand that probably just won the round for him.
This is a really good start to his night. Southpaw charging in.
Pinagsabihan itong si Davis ng kanyang corner na iwasan itong gumalaw pa kanan para hindi madali sa kaliwa ni Farinas.
Not pleased with some of the strategic choices he was making in the first two rounds.
Gamitin din daw ang kanilang binuo na estratehiya para kontrahin ang pag-atake ng Pinoy.
He's throwing that looping left hand.
Maybe somebody should have said something a long time ago, like stop facing soft competition, because Farinas has faced obviously the much stiffer competition, and that is one of the differences right now. Farinas is battle tested, Davis is not.
He goes to Filipino as Davis fires back.
Farinas went 10 rounds in his 8th pro fight. You move a lot faster in places like the Philippines. Again, no jab now from Farinas. He looks for that. Downstairs and upstairs. That power punch.
There's a right hook that time by Farinas.
So far, no doubt about professional rules. Who's landing the harder? And there's another one.
And another left hand.
And another case where Davis gives him the opportunity to throw that left hand, standing right in front of him, not moving off to his left away from the power.
And now Davis sits in there, straight right hand from Davis. Third round. There's a combination that finished with a left hand. Davis came back with a right hand in the midst of it. Filipino dialect.
That means very good.
It does. Well done.
Well done.
And it was well done by Michael Farinas Magaling as he takes this into the 4th round against the undefeated 18-0 Mark Davis. Title eliminator, and now he's charging into that corner against him as he landed another left hand.
Surprised by this avalanche of left hands. They should have known that's what Farinas brings. And in spots, that's what a lot of speed.
Both men going at it. Davis fired back for a moment, and now Farinas getting right back to action. Highly entertaining stuff early on here in the main event.
And Farinas mixing up those left hands nice. Downstairs.
Combination through the uppercut that time, and Davis tried to fire back, didn't land anything on the inside. Now short right hand on the inside.
Right now, I talked about left versus right. Right now, it's power versus speed.
And lifted him with that right hand. Now they're on the inside, lets loose as he pulled back. There was a left hand that leaded from Farinas.
If this was a card game, Davis has 2 pairs.
Maganda ang naging palitan ng suntok sa nakaraang round. At dito nga sa round 5 ay parehong power punches ang pinapakawalan ng dalawa.
Fred Neal went silent because the father, Mark Davis Sr., took over. And that's what's going to happen when you have a father in the corner and the son starts having hands laid on him. The father's going to behave like a father. He's going to take over. And the head trainer is going to be on the side. And that...
Davis was comfortably in the pocket there and was scoring, and then all of a sudden Farinas landed another left hand before Smoger had to break him.
Again, it's the power on the inside. I mean, I don't care if Davis throws 6. Makes up for those 6 and goes past the flurries of punches that every once in a while Davis throws. And there it is again,
Left
the
hand
power.
again. As Davis takes a step back, and then he more here in round 5. Davis comes back with a combination.
Yeah, right
and
there.
now a right hand by the undefeated Cleveland fighter.
If Davis shows that right hand, he shows 3 of a kind. But Farinas is looking for that full house, and there it is. Full house beats 3 of a kind. Means nothing, those quick punches.
That's right. Nothing is landing flush there or having much impact
and it's
Sa isang malakas na lambayog sa kaliwa ni Farenas ay nadali si Davis. Kung meron lang sapat na oras ay siguradong knockdown ang kalaban.
and he's bending too low. And when you bend that low to get away, you give your opponent, in this case Farinas, a chance to catch you as you come up.
On the attack, right to the bell.
Down way too low, and by the time you get back up, Farinas reloads and he's ready to clock you.
This has been a long 6 rounds for Mark Davis. IBF title eliminator. Landing flush and a cut opened up under the right eye, and then there at the end of 5.
That we saw in the last round where Davis went way too low. He does the previous 18 fights, but it doesn't mean it was right. He just got away with it. Now you can see that it was only hope for Davis right now. I mean, his heart is keeping him in there. He's showing great heart, but I think he needs to get out of there and use his legs, and he's not. He's staying in those trenches.
Oh, he ate a big one upstairs. Headshot reined in.
I always talk about geography. The geography that a fighter must fight in. The geography from the beginning for Farinas was inside. And for Davis, should have been on the outside, and it hasn't been.
A left hand comes in again. 40-something round.
Sa pinsalang natamo ng undefeated na kalaban, ay nilapitan ito ng doktor para masuri. Pinagsabihan ito na kailangan niyang magpakita ng galaw na kaya pa niyang lumaban.
I know you're firing back, but you're taking a lot.
The corner of Davis turned to Schwartz when he gave them the warning as to what he was looking for, the physician. He said, but I'm firing back. And Schwartz came back and said, but you're also taking a lot. Are you hearing me? Round 7. Can Davis come up with anything here to survive Farinas?
This will be his last round that he'll get.
So far, not that big left hand we've seen throughout the night from Farinas here in round 7. Now here he tries to bring it in, but it was just a glancing blow. Just a right jab to the body. Davis is circling to his left, trying to stay away from that left hand of the Filipino.
Pulling a lightning bolt of a right hand on the chin of Farinas. Yes, Farinas' chin has been dented.
Fight back, Mark. Fight back.
No jab from Farinas. There's a little jab, but he hasn't really needed it. That he needed to survive. Not win, but survive.
In the midst of the IBF's title eliminator at 130 pounds,
Throw your
Davis
chest up, son.
was so confident
No,
yesterday.
stay going to the body, all right? Stay moving. Okay. Let's do it.
Pag nakalimutan na niya, balik tayo doon. Right? Yung malalim.
You see a familiar face in the corner of Farinas. Long-time New York trainer and cut man. Been with a lot of good fighters. A lot of years. Leading to Jesus.
Dito sa round 8 ay tuluyan ng inagaw ni Farenas ang walang talong record ni Davis.
Team yesterday, to be exact, to the ocean. Farinas, Joe, has been in a lot of close, tough fights. 4 draws and 5 split or majority decisions. Unlike Davis, he's fire-tested.
Matapos kumunikta sa panga ang kaliwang suntok, ay tinigil agad ng referee ang laban at itinanghal si Michael Farenas na panalo via technical knockout.
Damage to Mark Davis. First time he can, the fight is called. Mark Davis, the first loss of his career for the...
Sa kasalukuyan ay hindi na aktibo si Farenas, pero handa pa itong lumaban kung may matapang na katunggali na kayang saluin ang kanyang malamartilyong kamao.
Time of the stoppage, 59 seconds of round number 8. Your winner by TKO. And now the number 2 IBF Junior Lightweight Contender from Manila in the Philippines, Michael Hammerfist Farinas.
Takes the IBF title eliminator